too. It's like, hey, hi, everybody, we're here.
No, you've been here for 5 minutes and we were just talking, even though we pushed the start button 8 hours ago. It's okay.
Hi, guys. Good to see you all. Welcome, Red Lentil Healing, Adrain.
Longtime friend from behind the scenes. We talk almost every other day, if not every day.
That's for sure. That's for sure. We've been doing that for years now. I love it.
Buddy.
And we finally get to work together.
Thank you so much for having me. This is such a joy and a pleasure. So thank you so much for the invitation, my friend.
Well, thank you, my love. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for accepting.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
This is just kind of, well, happy birthday. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody.
Happy Cinco.
Happy birthday.
Celebrate. Do what my shirt is doing. It's the skeleton drinking a glass of wine.
I got my bathing suit cover up on.
You can fill the wine. It doesn't have to be a wine glass of wine. It could be a wine glass of water or a wine glass of tequila, whichever it is.
Do the patron.
It's your whatever. It's your world. You do what you want to do.
You guys get yourself comfortable. Have a great time. I have my water, my zero water, and normally that would be in EQ's bottle. You know, my crystal bottles, but mine's very dirty. And so it needs to be clean so that I use it to make my moon water on the full moon.
I tried. So like the other day, it was the first of May. It was supposed to be a rain because the 1st of May, when you're doing certain spiritual practices, is like super big. So you're supposed to collect the rainwater and wash your hair with it. So it's like, oh, it's going to rain and it's the 1st of May. So I had like a whole bucket. I was like, I'm going to wash my locks and I'm going to bring this abundance. It got like this much water. I was like,
you might as well drink that, babe. It'll do you more good on the inside.
I poured it in. I just took a little dropper and took a drop in each one of my plants. I was like, there you go.
There you go.
I was like, thanks.
Hey, I have a good plant that would have worked great on. And it's going to be harvested next week.
Yeah, there you go.
I was expecting to harvest it on 420. It's not ready. It's
not
still
ready.
getting fatter and fatter. And I'm going, I was told today that by the guy I got the seeds from them that I probably will get 1/4 of a pound off of that plant.
Ooh, nice.
I'm going, you're kidding me. He's like, no, you still got a whole nother week to go, girl. Okay.
There you go.
So that'll carry me through the summer for sure.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're having a mug of coffee. Awesome. Awesome. Hi, Sharon Sipe. Hello, Teresa.
Sharon. Hello, Rachel.
Where's Rachel, my dear?
Hello,
Rachel's like Rachel is like my behind the scenes co-host. She keeps me honest.
Rachel, keep me honest. Not that I'm never not honest. Keep me.
She's good at helping me with names and places and things like that. That when you're in the reading state, you go, why can't I remember that?
Like I know that, and then as soon as you like get out of it, you're like, oh, all the names and everything that I couldn't remember while I was in that state.
They're all invading you for hours afterwards.
Thanks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know that.
Yeah, I'm glad because I don't read on tarot on my channel. I'll do it in collaborations with people because the energy is so different. But when I'm doing, I won't. I keeping track of the names. I'm following you guys all this time. It's like, this guy who I used to get Cawthorn and Josh Hawley confused all the time.
Oh, I don't anymore.
And then they throw in Matt Gates, and it was like, no, Cawthorn's the dude with the wheels.
Matt Gates. I will never forget Matt Gates. What the hell is happening with my hair? Jesus. Okay, sorry. I will never get Matt Gates confused anymore. After on social media, they put that picture of Butthead from Beavis and Butthead next to Matt, and I was like,
yes. And he's proved it ever since.
That's exactly who that looks like.
I have friends that's what they called the Trump boys, and I'm like, oh no, they don't even rate that high.
Yeah, they don't know. Oh wow, he looks exact. And so ever since then, I'm like, I will never, ever, 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 ever unsee that. I'm sorry. Let's not derail. You've got.
No, I love it. No, we do this. This is like I said, it's relaxed. We kind of wander once in a while in the conversation on this show, but that's part of raising our vibes. We talk about and be silly and That's all
Just
part of it.
chit and
Hi,
chat.
Stony Baker, MD. Hi, Mama Bear.
Hey, Mama Bear. Hey, Stony.
Good to see you guys. Tell us a little bit about you. What do you do?
Mhm.
What services you offer?
Okay, I do a whole bunch of weird stuff. I'm just kidding. I do Reiki, shamanic sound, and also shamanic practitioner. So, helping people do their journey. Also, Reiki master. So I not only just can do Reiki, but I can also teach other people how to get leveled up and certified through Reiki. Tarot, oracle. I also make products. If you want to book a session, if you want to, it's 8:00 at night. Why is my dermatologist calling me at 8:00 at night?
He's working overtime. He, she.
I was like, Howard University Hospital. It's 8:00. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really distracted.
That's funny.
Also, I make products too. I don't have. Oh wait, hold on. Always keep this with me. I make products. So if you want to buy products, book
Our
a
products are rocking too. They're awesome, you guys.
redlentilhealing.com.
All of that information, like the ticker says at the bottom, is down in the description box.
My goal is to demystify the healing energy process. I don't want anybody to go through what I went through and hear the word chakras and there's 7 of them and go, whatever. That's too much because it is complicated. It can get very complex. But
there's a lot more than 7 of them.
There's a lot more than 7, and I always tell people, let's just keep it with the 7. And
yeah.
I just want to demystify because your energetic health is just as important, if not more important, to your physical health, because your energetic health will also start to manifest its way into your physical health if you do not pay attention to it. So I just want to make it accessible and understandable for everyone. So that is my elevator spiel.
I love it. Yeah, I am a Reiki level 1. Yeah, Usi Reiki. I can never say his name.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, level 1.
Okay.
But I'm Kundalini Reiki level 2.
Yeah.
I didn't really totally get chakras till I awakened my Kundalini.
Okay.
Took me about a year to come down. That's all I got to say, because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I didn't know how it can affect your energy.
Mm-hmm.
And you purge what it doesn't want in your life, doesn't want you to eat, doesn't want you to drink, you will. But I also lost 120 pounds shortly after that because of it cleaning me out.
Yeah.
And I constantly am calling on my Kundalini for stuff. They call it the snakes that hugs.
Yeah.
And it does. You
Mm-hmm.
can. When I first awakened it, I'd step on the bus to go somewhere, and just the vibration of the engine of the bus would set it off. And I'd be like, on the whole trip. People be talking to me, and I couldn't hear them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like buzzing. But yeah, that was one of the first things that. Yeah, 129 pounds.
I was going to comment. It is a person, literally a person.
Yeah, I lost 120. Yeah, part of it was also my mother passed away and all the stress that went with being the executor of her estate too.
Yeah, been there.
That at the same time with life was fun.
Yes. I've always wanted the awakening where it's like,
it's like, you're supposed to do it in divine timing. You don't seek out stuff. I learned that through the Kundalini thing, because when you seek it out before you're ready. Yeah. So I always tell people, when the student's ready,
it will show up.
Teacher will come. You don't need to seek.
Exactly. It'll all come together.
Yep. It all falls into place. And it's amazing how I've been, starting down the shamanic journey, and I have Tony, I have others as well we got some really amazing people. I want to talk to Danny Shea more. Mm-hmm. I've talked to Andrea Galvin a lot, and it's there's so much. There's so many avenues. So when your ego won't let you get out of that doldrum down spot, is there something that you like to do? A passion of yours?
I have this thing, and I think this is why I gravitated so naturally to shamanic sound healing. Is music is my life. Music. I am a trained musician. I played 7 instruments growing up.
Awesome.
And so listening to music and playing music has always been my thing. And so I will two things. I will put in my AirPods, which I know, all the like studies about how bad this is.
I got my Ray-Bans.
So I'll put in my AirPods.
That's right, Raycon. I always call these Ray-Bans or Raycons.
I will go outside. I'll sit on my patio and I'll just listen to music, or I'll dance around my house. It is something about the expression and moving and just listening, especially like 90s, like hip hop or rap, or like I have this whole playlist of nothing but Bach and Beethoven, and we'll just sing, and it is there. It takes me there. That's what gets me there. That's it.
Yeah.
I read a lot too. That is just something where I can step out of the thoughts, and when I'm reading, I won't even pay attention, and that's when I get a lot of messages too. Yeah, reading and music.
I do art. Music, though, I'm just like you. That magnetic resonance that comes with the music sets me right.
Yeah.
Just before, when you popped up backstage, I was listening to Dean Evanson and Tom Barabbas.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite album of Tom Barabbas is Sedona Suite.
Oh, okay.
It is one because it has all the levels of all the different megahertz in it.
Nice.
So all I have to do, it was one of my dad's favorite CDs too. So it's really interesting. I get cool memories. But I'll just stick that on and I'm instantly in a better mood.
Go different places. Yeah. That's a big one.
Or Coyote Oldman, anything from him. Carlos and Kai. Or who else? Yeah. And then I'm in the Pink Floyd generation. So, I mean, I'm from the free love generation. Yeah. My world got turned upside down when AIDS hit. So,
yes. I had my mom and my dad, my mom, I don't know if anybody in the chat knows, a singer named Sylvester was really big. And so Sylvester and my mom were really, really good friends. Oh, cool. Everybody knows Sylvester died of AIDS. And I remember being very little. I used to call Sylvester Auntie Sylvester. And watched him die of AIDS.
Troll Slayers. We got a bot.
Oh dear goodness. At a very young age, I will never forget that. And so just, when that hits close to home. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going into my phone so that I can remove.
I'm reporting it too on my end.
Thank you. Yeah. I don't limit this show because I want it to be for people who are newly awakened. All my others, it's like you got to be a subscriber for a while to even say anything in the chat. But this one I leave open for people. So you got pounds of chocolates and gummies, huh, Stoney?
Yes, I need to go to Stoney's house, please.
You need to meet our friend Harley. Because Harley sent me a big package today too.
I don't necessarily need the gummies. I'll take the chocolate though. That'll give me everything.
The chocolates the chocolates are very loaded. They're loaded with psilocybin.
Well, then maybe we'll do the chocolates on another day.
They're great for ceremony, though. That's what I use.
Okay.
It's a chocolate bar, and it's like the little league size.
Yeah.
The little leagues. So you can break it off into little squares.
You'll have to survive.
And microdose. And microdosing just makes you feel happy and silly.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are using microdosing it now to get rid of PTSD and lots of cool stuff. They're studying it. So
yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's all your fault, Stoney. Because we got trolls when I mentioned I dance.
Hey,
your birthday's coming up around the 15th, isn't it, Stoney?
Stoney needs to watch the horoscope reading that I have this Sunday.
Cool.
At 7 p.m. because it's Taurus and Gemini season. So Stoney, tune in to the horoscopes on Saturday night at 7 Eastern so you can see what's in store for your birthday month.
I'm going to watch that because I have a Gemini rising.
Yes. Come for the real and the heel, as I tell everybody.
Yeah, I'm a Aquarius, Gemini rising, Leo moon. How's that for a whacked out combo?
Whacked out. Everybody's combinations are whacked out. It's
I
how we
know.
feel
I'm
again.
just all air until you give me something to talk about, and then I don't know.
I'm all air too, so it's okay. It's okay.
I always tell people, you hear what's going on in here? It's fairies going.
Right.
What? All day. Anyway, let's pull a card.
Okay.
Get us started.
Absolutely.
What's Spirit going to tell us for tonight? What do you want us to know? I'm using the Angel and Ancestors Oracle deck.
I am using actual tarot. And hold on. Another arrow.
Oh, Teresa, that's cool. She's just started looking into microdosing for PTSD.
Oh, congratulations, Teresa.
Yes. And it's awesome if you have someone to work with you to do that, because it's great to have a constant someone who's sitting there with you in case something doesn't work right.
Yeah, they can
you've
help.
got help right there.
Oh, which one is this?
Hey, Janet G. Hi, inside.
So today's about collaborations, 3 of Pentacles. A lot of people get 3 of Pentacles and think like Dr. Money collaborations. That's not necessarily true. 3 of Pentacles is about 3 things coming together to collaborate, 3 independent sources coming together. And what it says is, today I'm glowing. And what you need to realize is that when you can't do it alone. Sometimes you need to come together. You need to have a consensus. You need to have, why is there saying militia? Okay, we'll say militia, your personal militia. Today, there's huge amounts of energy, so I can focus to take on any challenge. Yes. You can take on anything when you have a group of people supporting you. So 3 of Pentacles, go into this with your arsenal, with your people, with your personal militia, there to help you. So you feel like you're glowing and you can walk through and handle any situation that presents itself.
I love that. That's awesome. And one more to pull. I got a good card over here. Very oriented to this show. Yeah. Oh, both of them are awesome. Oh, hello. I might want to switch the camera so we can see the cards better, but then I forget to switch it back. I got the Seer card. See beyond the current situation.
What does it say?
Oh, the Seer card. See beyond the current situation.
I swear I had to tell myself that earlier today.
I've been telling myself that every day, off and on, several times since the new moon.
I had to remind myself.
Quit looking at what's here and look at the whole picture. I've been getting that in the card readings too. The other one is Divine Light. It's also the number 9. So it's the card of completion. So if we quit focusing on the little pilly ass petty shit and start focusing on the big picture, like the divine wants us to do.
Yeah.
That's when things will start coming together and get better.
Can you not be personal? I thought we were reading for other people. Can you not be in my personal life right now? Try. This was not supposed to be a personal reading that was broadcast to everybody. This was I'm giving you side eye right now.
I love it. I love you.
I love you too. I really did very personal.
Yes, clairvoyance. You got it. Clairvoyance. You want to know what clairvoyance is?
I love the clairs. I teach everybody the clairs all the time. It's like make Claire your new best friend if you want to do any kind of work. Talk to Claire.
I have all the clairs. I hear trees when you cut them down. I hear them scream. When you're trimming plants, they cry. I hear it. I feel people's pain when they're sick. I got it all.
Clairessence, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentient. And I always tell people, don't be upset if one clair is stronger than the other or not or if you only have one clair,
Yeah, that's
that does not make you any lesser. Some people have no clairs.
and sometimes if you have that one clair is super strong.
Hey, Claire, I do declare that's
Stony.
so true, though.
I don't know about you, but I sit and do this. I'll watch TV at night and I'm doing this. I get a small deck of cards and I sit and shuffle all the time.
I don't, because they'll fling across the room. And also, there's now a psychological impact with me picking up the cards.
Oh,
It is me telling myself I'm about to. It's like a personality switch,
okay.
and it's telling me that I'm about to. It's not that I equate tarot reading with work, though. So mind you,
No, but
but
you're
it's
getting
like,
into a serious zone.
I'm about to do something, and so it's not. So I'm like, I just start to get serious,
Yeah.
or I'm about to be incredibly nosy and be in people's business that I shouldn't be. So I can't. Like the only time I will do this is if I am going to do YouTube, because even like people who've had sessions with me, in between, the deck is down. I don't shuffle until it's time to go. Okay, and I'm ready to actually throw on the cards. I don't know why. It's
usually not the deck I'm using though that I do that with. It's a smaller deck. I have problems with my thumb right here, so I'm having a hard time doing this kind of shuffling. It hurts really bad, especially with the oracle cards.
You know what you need? You need some Red Lentil Healing.
I do.
Pain, aches and pains be gone. I can't even promote my own product because
Absolutely, that's what we're here for. I want you to do that.
I'm kidding, guys.
I'm serious. I want you to do that. Your website's in the box down below so that people can go order that stuff. Highly recommend her detox spray.
I carry bottles at sea. I got some right here.
Highly recommend it. And the clarification one.
Sometimes I just gotta.
You have arthritis right there too, Stony. Stony was he's retired construction worker.
Stony, that's right here is where it started in my hands. It wasn't like across these knuckles. It was literally right here is where the arthritis started in my hands, like 15 years ago.
Mine's right in here, but I broke my hand right there.
Does it hurt when it rains or when
it doesn't always totally heal when you break one of those little tiny bones? You got a million little bones right there.
It's a lot.
And so it's got arthritis, but you can tell it's even swollen compared to the other hand.
Yeah.
But hey, and I also got this thumb in a bench grinder. There's a chunk taken out of that knuckle. I'm hard on my hands. I'm not a girly girl. Never have been. Never professed to be. Don't want to be. I like taking care of myself. Thank you. Yes. I was telling Rachel the other day when I have something that breaks or I need, first thing I think of, can I make it?
Yeah.
Then it's okay. I got to buy it. And I can't cut a board to save my life.
Not good.
No matter, I can measure it 1,000 times and I'll never cut it right.
Was it measure twice, cut once? I'm like, you mean measure 15 times, cut 100 times?
Exactly. That's me. And it's always too short.
Yeah.
I can cut this far away from the line and it'll still be on the wrong side of the line. Anyway, yes. Let's do the Lightworkers pledge.
Okay, go ahead.
You guys can, it's also down in the description box, and you can say it with me quietly in your head, or you can say it out loud, whatever. I declare a pledge to love. I will act based on judgments from the heart. I will act not based on judgments of fear or lack. I will act not controlled by self-interest, commercial or political agendas. I will act attempting to reduce conflict and division. I will act to promote cooperation. I will act to promote consensus. I will act to promote peace. I will act recognizing the quality of all human beings. I will act to pursue a picture of collective truth rather than personal truth. And I will act to acknowledge the responsibility of supporting others in their spiritual awakening. I will act and do not deliberately or knowingly misinform. I declare this pledge in love. Wow, we can just live up to all of that. I sure try. Sure try. So yeah. This week has been a week of emotion.
Okay.
And all over the place. Ego everywhere. Everybody hurt everybody. So this has been kind of a really good thing to have this show to talk about this week, because I even personally couldn't bring my vibes up. I really struggled with it. And it took a reading from someone, Revealing Light Tarot, Marianne. It took her reading yesterday to calm me, because she pointed out to me, this ain't religion, this ain't abortion, this is power, this is going to get worse before it gets better. Get ready, put your big girl pants on. Hey, Debbie, put your big girl pants on, because it's not going to get any easier as more and more truth comes out. So that calmed me, because I'm now ready. I'm not going to get shocked again. And I shouldn't have gotten shocked this time, because I knew they were going to do this.
Yeah.
They'd been talking about it ever since 1973. I was 15 years old in 1973 when Roe was put in.
Yeah.
I remember what it was like before. Hey, Harley Grower. Good to see you. We were just talking about you, my friend. Yeah. That is a Pandora's box that I don't think they really want to open, because it really can undo everything.
Yeah, it can undo a lot.
It's scary. Really, really scary. So we talked about, you go to the music, the sound, and I want your bowls.
No.
Hard to collect those
inexpensive
bowls.
Expensive too. So no. And I have gongs in my house. I've got the whole back side of my house is windows, and I've got gongs in front of it. A, because it's the only place I can fit it in my very small house. Oh, it's not very small, but it's small. And B, I like to gong and look out at nature. And I'm very protective. I don't like people touching them, which I probably shouldn't have them out. And it never fails. And the few times my sister has been at my house, she'll just take them out. And it's like, and I'm like, no. She's like, boom. I'm like, oh God, I hate you so much.
Yes, Rachel, she has crystal bowls.
Crystal bowls, Tibetan bowl. I have a Jody Roberts is my plug.
Yeah, I love her.
Bowls. I think the oldest one I have is a D chakra bowl. It is massive. I can almost put it on my head. I want to say we've tracked it back. It's about 800 years old.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Awesome. I love sound healing. I used to work for a lady in Phoenix that was her specialty. That's all she did. And she treated people from all over the world.
Yeah.
With her sound healing. And then she started running out of clients. So I was her cold call salesperson.
Okay.
Yeah. It was interesting, because she was I was calling doctors' offices. Hi, Sheila, Angel Feather Tarot. Welcome, my dear.
Sheila.
Good to see you.
Greeter.
Yes, and greeter TK. Teresa Cole, I love you.
Hello.
Yes. When you first started your awakening process, was there somebody that was like you, when you heard them talk or heard of them, you went, oh, yeah, that makes sense?
What I did, actually, what it was I had a friend who was a healer, and I was a guinea pig for her once, and she was doing a distance, we'll equate it to distance Reiki, but it was way more intense. And so she's like, hey, your third eye chakra and your solar plexus chakra, and she's going in, and she's like, you're really, really psychic. You've got this deep gift, and you just know you're not doing anything with it. And I was just like, yeah, whatever, heifer. But I knew. I was like, oh gosh, she hit that right in the head. And she was like, listen, whenever you're ready to deal with it, whenever you're ready to learn, just let me know. I was like, whatever. Went through another year of denying all of and just not addressing anything. And then finally one day I was like, I just picked up the phone. I was like, what were those circadian things you're talking about? And she's like, chakras, you idiot. Are you
Circadian?
And I was like, yes. And life changing. I'm still really good friends with her. Her name is Jody Hatzel. She was my first teacher, and she introduced me to sources that were very digestible. And I think that's why my mantra is demystifying the energy healing process, because had she immediately had, like, I think I watch different teachers now take newbies and introduce very heavy and complex texts to them and then wonder why the newbies kind of struggle. And it's like, no, you got to make it digestible. That's why I love your channel, Katie, because you're like, I want to help people who are having the awakening, help guide them along that path, help make it relatable for people. And she did that for me. And it was like you were saying earlier, when you're ready for the next step, the teacher shows up and then was ready for the next step. And then the teacher showed up and was ready for the next step. And the teacher showed up. And one day I wanted to buy bowls, and I have a mutual, Jody Roberts and I have a mutual friend, and she's like, meet Jody. Next thing you know, I'm freaking learning and certified in shamanic sound. And it's just every step, there was always the teachers, the right teachers at the right time. And I'm so blessed. But Jody Hatzel.
Well, thank you for your kind words too about my channel. Yeah, it's for people that are new to our way of life. They've been told, a lot of them have been told that it's an evil way of being.
Yeah.
And how can so much love be evil?
Sad. It's just so sad.
It really is. But they're learning. They're going to find out, and they'll find out that help is here.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of it.
Lots of love and help. There's, yeah.
We've been being quiet since the burning times. We don't have to be anymore.
Nope.
It's our time. So it's pretty cool.
Yes.
Oh, yes. How do you find inspiration when we're going through this shit?
We're human first.
Yes. Hi, Michelle, my belle.
Hello. Mine's a little bit more personal because it is, every day sometimes it's a struggle just because of the color of my skin. I have, sometimes it's scary just to come home to make sure one of my neighbors doesn't call the police on me. So it's one of those things where you have to find whatever you can to stay motivated. I think that's why I have the sense of humor that I have, because if not, I think I would crumble. I know a lot of first responders, and they've got very sick, twisted senses of humor.
Yeah, they do.
But if you saw what they saw, it makes sense. So
they don't deal with the pleasantries of life.
They don't. So it is literally the sense of humor. And so to me, any day could be one of those types of days. So you just have to breathe. I think that's just the thing. And you have to remember to everybody who's really struggling right now, understand that there are certain people who've always been under attack. It doesn't make what's going on right now any less serious and any less scary. But just understand that you're not alone. There are people who've been fighting the good fight for a while.
Really long time.
You are just now more deeply impacted. So don't negate everybody else's struggles. There's LGBTQIA struggles that have been going on forever. Indigenous women who have been struggling for a very long time. And don't get mad when they have a different reaction than you. You got to understand that some of us have just been going through some SHIT for quite a while. Doesn't mean that we're not as infuriated. We're just dealing with it differently, just like you said, Katie. And some of us, we may have to choose to laugh because that's the only way. We're not laughing because the situation's funny. We're laughing because it's effed up to hell.
Yeah, you either laugh or you cry. I choose to laugh. It takes a lot less energy.
A lot less energy.
And you don't have to recover from laughter. You have to recover from tears.
You do.
So if they're cleansing tears, you don't. That's kind of fascinating to me.
I saw a TikTok that was absolutely hilarious. And it's gonna, I promise I'm gonna land the plane. It's gonna come full circle.
No problem.
So it was Madison Cawthorn saying, like, you know, I get completely repulsed when people say abortion rights or health rights. And it was a tweet, and somebody tweeted underneath him, of course you would feel that way. You dry humped your cousin butt naked. Like you, and I was like,
of course you would. Like, well, why don't you just go away and shut up? Don't you know? Your ass, and you're trying to still stand up for these.
Put your bare naked booty cheeks in the air. Go sit down, little boy. Go sit down. Wait, that's really bad because he literally has to sit down. Don't smite me, Jesus. It was a joke. Don't smite me, Jesus. Okay.
He won't.
I didn't mean it that way, but y'all know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I laughed hysterically because I was like, that's all you can do. You have to laugh at the absurdity sometimes. So.
And it proves that even the GOP will attack their own when they're exposed.
Yep.
And I just found it fascinating when he was talking about the orgies and stuff. I'm digressing a little, but I got to go down to Madison Cawthorn Road. When he's talking about the orgies and stuff, who's the one that comes up to back him up? Roger Stone. Oh, yeah, the epitome of morals there. He's the one who invited Cawthorn. Give me a break.
And then you're wondering why people, there's certain things that should have been kept a secret. And so, anyway, that's how I get through it. Just laughter. We got to laugh, you guys.
At 3/4 of the time when I hear Donald Trump talk anymore, I used to get so mad. I'd like slam doors and throw shit and stuff. Now I laugh.
It's funny to me.
I laugh.
Because you know he's about to say something really ridiculous. He's going to fumble over something and he's going to make up a new word. So just enjoy it for what it is.
So yeah, enjoy. Hey, we got a new word for like kafifi.
Yeah, just like, that's all you can do, guys.
I'm an expert at creating new words. I have fibromyalgia. I combine words into one.
There you go.
Cognitive is fun. So yeah, no, I have cognitive issues. So I laugh at him because my cognitive issues are nothing compared to his. And he was president.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't voted president.
I mean, again.
Anyway, next. Yeah. What's your favorite activity for a recharge? For a really quick one, like in between personal readings.
Bang on the bowls, bang on the gongs.
The
vibration of the music, the vibration of whatever megahertz that's going through. A lot of people, when I do tarot readings, any session that I do with any client starts with a sound, some type of sound. And it's to reset the energy, end with sound. And it's really, I'm about to tell a trade secret, as much as it is for me than it is for you. Because as an empath, as soon as I get the client on, I'm already picking up all their stuff. And it's just like, hey, you know what? I see you. I feel you. Let's reset both of our energies. So I will pick up the bowls, the gongs, and just bang my way.
I love that.
Into oblivion if need be.
I love that. Sienna and I both do the same thing. She and I both were like, nap.
Yeah.
That's how I do a quick recharge. But me, I don't do quick naps. That's my problem. If I do a quick nap, I just need another one.
If I take a nap, I'm sleeping for 4 hours, waking up, rolling over, and then just going to sleep for the rest of the night. I do not know. That's usually actually how I know I'm sick, is if I take a nap. If I fall asleep in the middle of the day, that's my number one sign that something with my autoimmune is going on.
Yeah, you're coming down with something.
And I need to go to sleep.
That was, Sunday, on top of all this, Sunday I went and got my 4th COVID shot. So I got my booster on Sunday. Felt like shit warmed over on Sunday night, Monday, and then Monday night, we get the shit about the Roe v. Wade. So I was like, oh boy, I wish I would have known. I should have done a card reading because I wouldn't have done the booster when I did. It's okay. It's all over with now, but
timing, can't control the timing.
No, you can't. And you just got to go with it.
Yeah.
I learned years ago, when I first went to college, I was a psychology student. And one of the first things that my teachers taught us was to survive in life, to thrive in life, you have to be adaptable.
Yes, you do.
When you're rigid and resistant, you are miserable.
And that's when life backs you over and spits you out.
It's when life slaps you silly.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I've got these other, you're talking about chakras.
Mm-hmm.
I found this on Pinterest. I don't know if you've seen the 7 levels of consciousness that are also according to chakras.
Yeah.
And I will put the copies of this. Actually, I think I put it on Instagram, but not everybody here is on Instagram. So, and I've also got the graph of your spiritual levels, which a lot of newbies don't even know this kind of stuff even exists. And we're talking about magnetic resonance.
Yes.
Here you go, as a baby. Go. Here's your megahertz.
Yes.
For the different brainwave levels.
I'm going to give you a link that you can put. So I'm sure a lot of people have heard of Rife frequencies. I also, when I have clients, especially when I do Reiki for pain, I will do Rife frequencies in the background, or I will do Rife like when I do recorded sound baths that I put on YouTube, there's always a Rife frequency playing underneath. It's all based on megahertz. I'm going to.
I love that.
There's a YouTube channel. I'm looking. Why can't I find your YouTube channel? I'm gonna send
on live.
No, I'm multitasking. I'm looking in my okay. I'm gonna email it to you, and you can put it a comment after this is done for people to go. It's got Rife frequencies for almost everything. Whether it's fibromyalgia, allergies, cysts, zones. I really, really like this site. So definitely go check them out. They're free. It sounds like, but play it under the background, and it really, really helps to what the frequencies are all attuned to different ailments of the body.
Oh, that's awesome.
People, your energetic health is just as, if not more important than your physical health, because they bleed into each other.
Have you ever read the book by Louise Hay where she talks about different ailments, different pains? Like if you have a migraine in the back of your head versus a migraine in the side of your head, which chakra that involves? And
what's her name? Dr. Louise. Same person who wrote Eastern Mind, Western Body. I've met her 4 times. Dr. Judith. She has a book, energies of the body. She goes into that, in energies of the body as well.
Yeah. I would like to open up. Anybody in the chat? You guys have questions? This is for you. We're here for you.
While the questions come up, I'm going to email the link to the Rife frequencies.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll put it in the description box, and I will also pin it.
You want me to just email it to you right now? Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to put it in a private chat, Katie, so you can.
Oh, cool.
There you go.
That'll work. We'll just pin her right now. This might get this to work. Let's see if I can get it to do it, though.
If not, I can try.
This computer programmer has issues with her Mac.
I just put it in the it didn't delete it, so I just put it in the actual chat on YouTube.
Awesome.
So you guys can take a look. I love. They even have one for boosting immune system. I was in a wedding last year in February in Florida, of all the places, like the height of COVID, and like for 2 weeks straight before going to that wedding, I listened to the moon boosting track because I was like, anything. Please. Yes. So there you go, guys.
Oh yeah.
Hope that helps.
Rachel's asking, she would like to get a gong. Where's a good place to get one?
Gongs Unlimited. That's where I got all of mine. Gongs Unlimited, GONGS Unlimited. First of all, the customer service is absolutely amazing. The shipping is it seems expensive, so don't get caught up, but it actually is not, because it's like FedEx, like next day, so you'll get it in like 2 business days.
Wow.
They're very well packaged. They also have YouTube, so you can hear what it sounds like before you even buy it, so you are not surprised when you get your gong. They have baby gongs starting at little baby 5 inches. They have all the way up to the big gongs that are like, I think the biggest ones they sell are like 85, 90 inches, which is like massive.
Yeah, picture window.
Yeah. Gongs Unlimited. That's where I get at least my big gongs. That's where I've gotten those.
Stony. This is where you get your bong, get your gong from
Yep.
T-Rex in 1975. Bang the gong. You silly man. Tony always makes us laugh in here. He's
Stoney said earlier that he wanted to smoke weed and get an abortion just to spite everybody. I was like, yeah, I get it. I get it.
Definitely. As you were talking about how, how hard it is because the police and everybody give you such a hard time because of your skin color. I understand that more than the average white person does because I dated a black man for 3 years. You want to talk about get a lot of shit when you're an interracial couple in Arizona, you get a lot of shit when you're out in the countryside. In the town, in Phoenix and Tucson, no, it's no big deal. There's a million of us. But out in the country, the state police, the sheriff's departments, they follow you, they harass you, they tailgate you to try to get you to speed up. So
I just put a link to Gongs Unlimited, guys. There you go.
Cool.
It's kind of like Hank Hill from King of the Hill, where Hank says he sells propane and propane accessories. Gongs Unlimited sells gongs and gong accessories. So there you go.
Hey, Sherry H. Good to see you, Miss Voices from the Swamp. She was my first guest on the very first one.
Yes, I remember. I watched that one.
That's right. You were with us.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yes.
You try it in the South. Yeah, I don't. Interracial marriage in the South. I know. Yeah, I was born in 1958, y'all. I watched so much of this stuff come and go and come back again. I discovered a book.
I want to say too, I just try to remind people too, it's just history repeating itself. History is cyclical. And we just have to, when you step back and just go, wait a minute, we've been here, done this before. And how did it play out the last time? Not that great. That also kind of de-escalates. It how to get you out of that emotional charge state. You've got to go, you know what? Yes, I'm mad because we as humans can't seem to learn, but wait a minute, we've been through this before. The same, or it's greater taste, less filling, gone through it before.
Yeah.
You just got to kind of look at it that way too.
There is a book, Rachel sent me a video to look at that is by Van Neistat, Casey Neistat's brother, where he breaks down and talks about the book, The Fourth Turning. If you have not read that book, I highly recommend it. It breaks down our existence, our country, everything works in 80-year cycles. And those 80 years work in 20-year cycles. This is where we get boomers, the Generation Z, all that. It's fascinating. And it's just constantly, it goes every 80 years, it starts all over again.
Yes.
Every 80 years.
Like this. It just,
you
just go, oh, okay.
And so if you know that this is the way it goes, it's not such a shock. Yeah. You're not going, oh, is this country going to survive? This country's been through a lot worse.
It's going to survive.
It's been through a lot worse.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Stoney. My hubby was born in 1958. That's cool, greeter. It's a good year.
It's a good year.
It's a good year. February 1958. Like life. Yeah.
Yeah, every 7 to 10 years. Absolutely.
Change.
Like we probably got to adapt. You got to adapt or you get left behind.
The only thing I didn't agree with in that book was the fact that they used the word as turnings. They're cycles, folks.
Because it's turning means you turn and then you don't go back, in my opinion. That's kind of how I like the turning.
Yeah, you're avoiding. You turn to avoid. Cycles, you can't avoid.
Exactly.
So that was the only thing I disagreed with. But it's good. I actually plan on buying the book to keep it for reference. There's another book that I have for reference that's called Mastery by Robert Greene. And it talks about the masters, Einstein and all these people and how hard their struggles were to be considered that. And they weren't even working to be considered that. They were just being working to be considered, period. And then they ended up being these great, wonderful masters.
Mhm.
So it's a good book. It was like my first, when I was getting my master's, it was the first class we had to take because
Mhm.
we had to understand what we were doing. You're saying by having a master's degree that you are a master at your craft.
Having a master's degree means you put up with something for a couple years and spent a whole bunch of money. As a jackass who has 2. I'm just kidding. Sorry.
No, I got to there. Yeah, and that you can write, and that you can write a lot.
You can write a lot. Doesn't mean you can write well. It just means you can
write a lot. Yeah, you can write a thesis. I didn't even have to do a thesis. I got my school. Our thesis was to design our websites.
Ooh,
but we had to have samples of all of our scripts and everything on those websites.
Yeah.
So you had to prove you were a master, and we had to make 5 mistakes or you failed the class.
You had to make 5 mistakes.
No, if you made
5 mistakes.
And she included an extra space as a mistake. You got fingernails, you're going to get that 50 times at least in the document.
Excuse me.
She was really nitpicky. So, yes, and we're starting to get to the hour end here.
I was like, sorry.
You're on the East Coast, love. We know. Like, you're 3 hours ahead of us.
I yawn during my own live streams too, by the way. This isn't like I'm just like, oh gosh, why am I yawning during my own live stream? I seem bored and I'm not. I'm just old and my body is like, it's time to.
You're relaxing. You're not old. You're not that old.
You're correct, but mentally, I'm like, am I 104? Oh no, I'm 39. Okay.
I got you. I'm 64 and on a fibromyalgia today. I'm 105. So
on a good rheumatoid day, I just had a doctor's appointment yesterday, and they're like, "Oh, so your rheumatoid has progressed, and last year you were 79, this year you're 82," and I was like, "Excellent,
lovely." So you got RA. That's a bummer.
I've had it since I was got diagnosed at 21.
Bless you. Blessings to you, my love.
It is what it is.
Hey, yeah, and you learn to live with it. You adapt.
You adapt.
So how do you keep so up? I mean, I'm on all the fibromyalgia stuff on Instagram. I'm always telling people, don't lose hope. I'm, filling them full of inspiration, and they're like, how do you do this? I was diagnosed in 1998. It's old hat for me now. It's a way of life for me now.
I was like, I've had it longer than almost as long as I've been alive, so I don't even know life without it almost. So
I was diagnosed at 42.
You just adapt.
Yeah, you learn the things that you can't do, and you don't do them.
Or know that if you do it, it's gonna hurt.
Or if you don't pace yourself, you're gonna pay.
Like being lactose intolerant.
Yeah, and eat ice cream.
I love cheese. I like ice cream, man. I love cheese. I ate a whole bowl of queso blanco today. And hold on, you can see it. It's got the zit showing up. And I was like,
I got 3. I got 3 of them.
Just like you just learned that that's not the good idea, and you just move on with your life. Same thing, same thing.
Yeah, I'm a type 2 diabetic. I'm not even supposed to be eating ice cream, and I bought 2 kinds of ice cream this month. But I buy ice cream like twice a year.
So you did your yearly quota.
So I did my yearly all at once, and I got a gallon of each. It's gonna last me all summer though, because I can't eat a lot of it. Sugar.
Yeah.
I don't really like sugar because I don't eat it very much anymore. Yeah. But I used to be insulin dependent, and I lost 120 pounds, and now I'm just diet controlled. I don't even test my blood sugar anymore.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
But that proves you can heal your body.
Absolutely.
And it took a cardiologist telling me, type 2 diabetes is 100% curable. There's no reason to have it. Even after you're diagnosed, you can get rid of it. And I proceeded to go on a diet. He put me on. I lost 26 pounds in 9 weeks.
Wow.
And never felt better. And that's what set me on the
right path.
I'm going to go take nutrition classes and learn what fruits have higher sugar and learn how to do it. Because, I was in denial. It was like, I don't want to have diabetes. I don't have diabetes. My A1C was 15. It was affecting my eyesight because I was living on Little Debbie's. Go figure. Why did you weigh almost 300 pounds, Katie?
And a lot of it too, I don't judge people because we can't. And I love with your opening prayer, it's just coming to a place of just being judgment free. Like, I don't judge addicts because everybody has something that they really want to deal with. It just varies. I don't judge people who are overweight. Shit, that's like glass house. I've been skinny. I've been big. I don't judge. I judge child molesters.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just, we got to look at each other as human beings going through their own struggle, going through their own shit.
Yeah, we got to stop comparing ourselves with other people because, first of all, no two people see things the same. Both of us can look at a red ball and see a different shade of red.
Yep.
And that's all colored by your experiences in your life. Yep. And no two people go through the same experiences. So people will never think like you, and people are not going to fully understand you. No. So you don't have to explain yourself.
Yep. And Debbie, we got to stop judging ourselves so harshly too. Because I'm in the same boat.
I am my worst critic.
And I've got to stop doing that to myself.
But I've also turned that around into a way of raising my vibes, because not only am I worst critic, I am also my favorite comedian. I love laughing at myself because I do the stupidest stuff. And it used to make me so mad. It would be like, you try so hard, and then it's like, you fucked that up.
Like, okay. Or I don't even say that you fucked that up, because that's still a place of judgment. I just go, how you thought that was going to turned out differently.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. 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 George Carlin used to say that all the time, that he was his favorite comedian. Mm-hmm. And I loved George Carlin.
Same.
George Carlin is more vital now than he was in his day.
Right.
Just amazes me. Yeah, Stoney we talk about in Stoney's chats, we talk a lot about things like George Carlin and stuff. We have a lot of fun. Sherry, I tell everyone I'm short, fat, wrinkled, and gray. Deal with it.
I'm going to add one to, I would say, for me, Sherry, I would say I'm short, I'm fat, I'm getting wrinkles, I'm getting gray hair, kiss my ass. That's how I would say it as me, Adrain. I would just, yours is very polite compared to how I would phrase it. I'm going to phrase it.
She's got that southern,
I love that, Sherry.
I love Sherry. She got that Louisiana kindness.
Yeah, just kiss my ass.
That bless your sweetheart. Doesn't mean
I will tell somebody,
sweetheart.
Like, bless his heart. And then I'll go, and I mean that in the southern way.
Exactly. And people go, huh? People in the north have no idea what you're talking about.
Somebody from the south just talk mad shit about you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually had someone last night, I was talking on the phone with a friend from TLC, and he was asking me, how do you deal with people talking about you? That's a really good question, because the newly awakened are going to have a lot of people talking about them because they're confused.
Yeah.
So how do you?
No, I'm asking you, how do you deal with people?
Okay, how do I deal? Yeah, well, the way I deal with it is I look at it as though it's none of my fucking business what they say. They're talking about me, not to me.
Yeah.
They don't know me. They don't know how I look at the world. They have no idea what's in my heart or my intentions are. So I smile at them, I wave at them, and I'll walk on by.
Yeah.
Or I give them something to talk about.
Amen.
So that's why I told them, I said, and if they get relentless and stupid with you, make sure it's something really good to talk about.
Something real good. Real good.
Give them some good dirt. Yeah. Yeah. And he was like, oh, I don't know that. He's like, couldn't figure out why I was saying it was none of his business. And it's like, you weren't in the conversation.
Yeah, that wasn't about
the conversation was about you. It didn't include you. So it's none of your business.
So.
And when you look at it as though mind your own business, my life gets easier. That's how I stop myself from judging people. I'll look at them and I'll start going down that lovely Southern Baptist judgment road that I was raised on. And I go, and I send you off with love. And that'll stop me right away from doing that judgment. I send you off with love because obviously something about them has triggered me. And I know enough about doing mirror work that that's something in me I got to fix, not them. And that's another thing that's difficult. You've got people people talk about their pet peeves all the time. And I laugh because they don't really get what is a pet peeve.
It's something in you that you need to.
You don't like, that you see in other people.
I tell people all the time, my intolerance for hearing you chew is because I have not adapted a way to tune out your chewing, and also because you chew like a freaking horse, and that's disgusting. And I kind of want to slightly kill you, but it also is because I haven't learned how to tune out you chewing like a horse. So there's that.
I love it. Yeah, you know, I even when I went out to get my shot on Sunday, I walked because I only live four blocks from a Walgreens, so I walked and had my mask with me, and people are looking at you all weird, and I'm like, you know what? I knew people were going to look at me weird because nobody's wearing a mask anymore around here in Arizona, so I wore my leopard mask. And make sure you look at me, babes. I got a mask on. It's like this is my fashion statement now.
Yeah.
I wore a mask a lot anyway from when I had cancer. It just kind of became kind of a habit.
Yeah.
People don't think about that. My argument was for people that don't want to wear a mask is make sure when you go to have surgery, tell everybody in the operating room not to wear a mask too.
Yeah.
Make sure they don't wear a mask when they're cutting into you, please.
Make sure they cough and all those surgical things. And when your surgeon washes his hands for 5 minutes from the rudder to the tuda, just tell him just scratches behind and then just go ahead and grab it.
Yeah, and then just shake it off.
You'll be real good.
Yeah, just shake it off. I don't understand the whole thing about wearing masks. You know, people, I can't breathe and stuff. You could never work a job as a painter or drywall worker. All these people that have to wear a mask all day, every day, anyway.
Right.
So, yeah. Just take care of yourself. Quit worrying about what other people are doing and take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself and you'll be fine.
What's this greeter? My two sisters, sorry, are my pet peeves sometimes.
Because I saw something on social and it's so true. They're like, it is something about your siblings. They know how to tap dance on your last nerve like nobody else.
Yeah.
Can.
Well, my sibling caused my family to shun me. So, and I only have one sibling. But it's kind of interesting because he's the family that shunned me, he's the stepson. He's not even a blood member of that family. But he got them all convinced to shun me. It wasn't too hard to convince them. Especially at Thanksgiving, one of them showed up to see if I was still alive or not because they want my house. And I told them, you don't need to worry about me. I'm going to make good money. I'm a tarot reader on YouTube now. And they about shit.
My whole
Southern Baptist Trumpsters.
$5 we get from the YouTubes.
I know. They don't know that. They don't know it because they don't even watch YouTube. YouTube's a sinful place. They don't even watch YouTube. But I just had to tell him. It was like, dude, I'm a tarot card reader on YouTube now. I got it made. You guys don't need to worry about me anymore. And besides that, you had this idea that I needed you for some reason. You're sadly mistaken. And that's how I walked away from my family. My mom and dad have been gone. So we're talking cousins and my brother. I don't need them in my life. They weren't in my life growing up. So I don't miss them. Except the holidays. I do miss, spending holidays. But I have new traditions now. I do exactly what I want on the holidays. I don't have to go see this family member because they're going to get pissed. And I got to take a gift to this little niece. And I got to... Don't have none of that in my life. I'm completely free.
Yeah.
So my kitties are all that hold me back. My pot plant. My kitties and my pot plant. I have a new kitty. The universe brought me a kitty.
Oh, congrats.
I had mice problems in my grow room. And I went, universe, what am I going to do? I give it to you. I can't have this.
And
Am
you
I
first like the new kitty cat.
Am I not supposed to grow?
Mm-hmm.
And 2 days later, this little gray and white kitty shows up in my window talking to one of my cats. Somebody had dumped her off. She's about 4 months old. And she won't live in the house. She hates it in the house. And she is the best mouser you've ever seen.
Oh.
So the universe brought me my baby girl, my Misty Gray. And she loves sitting in empty flower pots.
And just rubbing her butt in a.
She just sits in the flower pot and she sits all proud and happy. I'm like, this is a potted cat. Well, you guys, Adrian, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I do have a little bit of I always close us out with the quote, shine your light, make a positive impact on the world. There is nothing so honorable as helping improve the lives of others. And that's from Roy T. Bennett.
I love that.
There's nothing more rewarding and full of love than knowing you helped a person have a better life.
I have a prayer I want to share with everyone, and I'm feeling called. When I was thinking about our chat today, I was called to do it, and it's a shamanic prayer that Jody Roberts wrote, and I think it's very poignant for right now, especially everybody who feels angry about the lack of autonomy that's about to happen for women. And this is called the Sovereignty Command. And if you guys want, you can just kind of take a moment and just ground yourself by taking a nice deep inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth. Another inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more inhale in through the nose. This time I want you to hold it for 3 seconds. And then exhale out through the mouth, deep cleansing exhale. With this breath, the sovereignty command goes. I command sovereignty over my body, my mind, my spirit, my soul, my emotions, my DNA, and my sacred space for the highest good. I activate my sacred medicine wheels and grids for my highest good. And then I end with the Ho'oponopono prayer. I love you. I apologize. Please forgive me and thank you.
Oh, thank you. Whoa, I got touched. Angels just touched me, lady. Thank you.
So just remember that at the end of the day, we can command sovereignty over ourselves, over our body, our minds, and that nobody at the end of the day has the ultimate control over us except for us and for spirit. And so with that, Katie, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, it was wonderful chatting with all of you. Keep your spirits high. Don't get mad. Don't get angry. Just command your sovereignty.
Thank you for being here, Adrian. I love you so much.
Thank you, friends.
You are always welcome here.
Thank you.
You don't need an invitation. That was your invitation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Make this your second home if you want.
I need to have you come over on my channel as well. Guys, have a good night. I'm going to go be old.
You go be old. You go rest because you work hard tomorrow, lady.
And go to sleep for my corporate job in the morning.
Yeah, your corporate job in that city that's full of shit.
Listen, it's just city for us because it changes every 4 years. So we don't get caught up in it. Changes every 4 years.
I was wondering about that as I was thinking about you, and you go about town and stuff and you run into these politicians. If I ran in, how would I react if I saw these people in real life?
You ignore them because I ran into one in his entourage, group of people who worked for him at Outback Steakhouse a couple weeks ago. And you just go, oh, hey, Senator so-and-so. And you just because they're humans just like us.
No, I've met and worked with several celebrities like Brian Austin Green and Susan Anton, a lot of people. Amy Grant, I shipped her guitar for her, stuff like that. But I'm thinking about like the ones that I get so angry with.
I'm saying that I didn't say the senator's name for a reason, but
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, because
They're
you
my
know, there's a couple of women that if I ran into her and she wanted to harass me because I had on a leopard mask, I wouldn't be afraid of what she's got in her purse.
just move on. And that's it. They're humans. They're the ones that got to at the end of the day do their justice card, their judgment card. I don't.
Right, and they gotta live with themselves.
Yeah. So
And I always remember their day of going through their life review
is going to be hell.
is not going to be like mine.
Yeah. So that's it. Just move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Move on. All right, guys. Have a good
I
night.
love you.
Yeah, love you too. I'll see you guys
I'll
later.
have a wonderful one. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Wednesday, and Saturday Solutions reading video comes out on Saturday. I'm still trying to figure out how to do pick a card and not have it be a lot of work. Edit the crap out of those things.
Just let it flow.
Yeah, I'm just going to do it right from one to the other, and you can forward it. I'm not good at time stamping. I haven't figured that out yet. I can do it. It's just a matter of take the time to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
You'll be good. I'll be back.
I love you. I thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.